So, guys, I want to talk a little bit about this entire wave of discussion as it relates to Gucci Mane and his wife, Keysha. I see so many unregistered experts who haven't studied in the field of medicine, not even in its slightest, saying that Gucci Mane is not schizophrenic. I don't know who told them that. I don't know what doctor told them that. But many people don't even have an idea what they're talking about when it comes to schizophrenia, especially schizophrenia in people who start smoking marijuana and doing other hard substances at an early age. It damages the frontal cortex. And just like bipolar, you have bipolar in different stages. There are people who have depressive bipolar disorder. You won't see them acting crazy because they're different stages of bipolar. And schizophrenia is also like that. It's not a one way street for everyone. And you know what is upsetting is that there's a certain level of behavior that is normally expected from Americans. But to see Jamaicans chiming in on such behavior, when did we become like so arrogant as a people? Jamaicans normally think logical, and I noticed that slowly but surely we are becoming a non thinking set of citizens because people are saying, why did she have two kids with this man who is schizophrenic? Isn't she worried about those kids? Do you know if Gucci Mane's schizophrenia is genetic, or do you know if it was caused by an onset of his unhealthy behavior? Like, do you remember who Gucci Mane was before you went to prison? That man was on inch and he was doing everything, right? Since Keyshakaoir, that man lifestyle has changed drastically to the point where people were saying he's a clone. And people don't understand that that's what evolution is. Once you're evolving, your lifestyle is going to change, your health is going to change, you're going to look healthier, you're going to be more radiant. And that woman has been protecting her husband. She has been protecting him and she has been looking out for his welfare. And people are saying that Keysha is just after this man's money. When the fact of the matter is, this woman has more money than this man. And people really have no idea who Keysha is. This woman has started a lipstick brand. Like she invented, not copied, she invented. Do you guys remember those glittered lipsticks that she used to use in those music videos when she was a video vixen? She invented, not copied, not duplicated. She invented those lipstick brands. And she has done quite a few stuff. She's in real estate, quite a few stuff. And in her last interview, she says, I'm a billionaire, but Forbes will never recognize me like how Forbes recognizes the Kyrgyzs. And we know that for anyone who has been paying attention, we know that. Just like Beyonce. Beyonce is a billionaire, but she has never ever gotten recognized by Forbes. And Beyonce dad said that a couple years ago, that she is in fact a billionaire. So when people are saying that Keysha is Gucci Mane's handler, that is what family is. And when I say she's from St. Thomas, Jamaica, and Jamaicans don't abandon their loved ones. And to the Jamaicans who has the mindset that she should have left and ain't no way she should be having kids with this man, many of you are going to have that to deal with in your household. And in case you're not listening to what our doctors are saying, they're saying that the younger generation are smoking weed at a very early age and it triggers schizophrenia. I've been in UAE hospitals and I've seen people coming in because when those people come into the hospitals, they are loud. and no medication can keep them sedated for long. If they even get an injection, just 30 minutes time and they're back up again, and they have to be strapped to a bed. And I've seen many girls on TikTok with their baby daddies, and they're talking about their baby daddies being schizophrenic. So because this woman stands by her man, and she ensures that she goes with him to his every move, because if she doesn't, when he has a meltdown, whenever the sickness hits, he'll just give away everything, right? And if she's saying that is what he has, and he's saying that's what he has, and they spoke about him getting diagnosed and going to therapy, they're saying ain't no way she could catch when he's, coming down with it like that and put him back into place. They went to therapy. And what works for Gucci may not work for your loved one. And when someone has a mental illness, when you catch it early, it is easier to manage, it is easier to treat, and it's a lot easier to live with. Kim Kardashian tried to help Kanye West for years, and Kim Kardashian was paying even TMZ to scrub videos of Kanye's unhinged behavior from the internet. And I've seen some of those videos. And if TMZ chooses to be hateful to Kanye West, if TMZ should release some videos that they have of Kanye West, you people would know just how unwell Kanye West was. When Kanye was with Kim, that was the best version of Kanye West, because that family and Kanye's family came together and they did everything. But the thing is that you cannot help a person who doesn't want to be helped. And that is why Kanye West's mental health is so horrible, to the point where he's on the internet dragging kids, talking all bunch of nonsense, putting his daughter on blast, and people are cheering him on, and they think that it's a good thing, but you're only contributing to his mental decline. So now a woman is standing by her husband through thick and thin. She's his handler. We need to do better, because when you were a child, your mom and your dad was your handler. Back in the days when you had your parents, when your dad used to get the check and bring it home to your mom, and she would, give him his money to go back to work and his pocket money, and use the money to send you to school, save for your college, take care of the grocery, take care of everything. Your mom was your dad handler. But know that this man is so well taken care of, and all because you have been brainwashed to believe that love no longer truly exists, and people no longer look out for people once they have a mental health condition, and you're dumb enough to believe it. You're saying, oh my God, it's witchcraft, and she's from St. Thomas, Jamaica, and because she's from St. Thomas, Jamaica, she's using witchcraft against them. When my mom became ill, my father didn't use witchcraft against her. My father took care of my mom. All I did was to provide the finances. But my dad did the physical part, and he also did the financial part. Was that obvious? My dad took care of my mom until death. Alzheimer's? And that is like schizophrenia, because they hear voice at the beginning stages. So first, they have the dementia, where they have the memory gaps. And if you don't catch that to get them treated for dementia, to slow down the progression of the disease, it gets to a point where they are in a psychosis and they have to be on medication until they get out of it. And they hear voices and they talk to people. And my dad took care of my mom until death. So is that my dad being my mom's handler? Was my dad using witchcraft against my mom? That's true love. As Jamaicans, we don't abandon our loved ones, and we don't put them in homes. We take care of them. Leave that girl alone if you have nothing good to say about her or her husband. And many of these comments are coming from hatred and envy. Kim fought for Kanye till she couldn't fight anymore. Kim is evil. Keyshakaoir caught it early and she's not giving up and she's evil. Make it make sense.